The Palm Beach Civic Association brings you Palm Beach TV, the island's only newscast. We're sponsored by the Fortin Foundation of Florida. Our mission is to inform town residents about the unique challenges of island life and to highlight the actions and achievements of our leaders and the dynamic people who live here. Now the news.
Welcome to Palm Beach TV. I'm Wendy Rutledge. We are here at the September 2022 Palm Beach Town Council meeting, where your town leaders are addressing some long-term, very important issues, as well as some urgent matters that require immediate attention.
There's this overwhelming stench. It smells like a dead body, or I thought they hit a sewer line maybe with the construction in the area.
The smell really started in August because the decay process, takes a while to take hold.
This is what they're talking about. Piles and piles of deep, stinky, rotting sargassum on area beaches, particularly heavy on the north end of the island, where the long strands of seaweed get trapped by the jetty.
I can tell you, I've never seen it like I saw it this year.
Professor Brian Lapointe was invited to the September Council meeting to enlighten members and the public about where this vast quantity of sargassum seaweed is coming from. He shared a map in which he showed the Atlantic sargassum belt, which stretches menacingly from Africa all the way to South Florida, even reaching into the Gulf of Mexico.
And it appears to be related to nutrient discharges from the Congo River in Africa and the Amazon River as well, the largest river on Earth, and other rivers, the Orinoco, the Mississippi.
In natural quantities, sargassum is a good thing, providing food to baby sea turtles, seabirds, and fish. In nutrient-enriched quantities, however, the negatives outweigh the positives.
We routinely see a lot of macro and microplastics in sargassum, and it can have a significant amount of certain heavy metals, particularly arsenic.
Just ask Diane Buehler, founder of Friends of Palm Beach, about the gazillions of tiny plastic pieces she and her crew have picked out of the sargassum as they clean the beaches almost daily. These fragments, or microplastics, were once the very plastic water bottles, beach toys, all manner of plastic detritus left behind in the ocean or on the beach.
And whatever's plastic out there breaks down over time into nothingness, into smaller and smaller pieces. So the really microplastics are out there being ingested by the smaller microbes in the ocean, but this is what's being eaten by the turtles, the hatchlings, and the larger turtles, and the dolphins, and the fish, and we are ingesting it as well.
What to do about the influx of the unwelcome sargassum was the question of the day at Council, Dr. Lapointe offering a novel suggestion.
One thing that's being used in the Caribbean and actually in the Florida Keys now are the use of booms and sea fences to try to hold the sargassum off the beach.
I think that we do need to be more proactive.
With that goal in mind, Council will consider long-term solutions, but for the short term, will double the budget for beach raking, currently $50,000, to $100,000, which will enable the town to add the North End Beach from Angler Road to the jetty to the existing cleanup areas off Midtown Beach and Phipps Ocean Park.
When I turn on that tap, I want to have safe drinking water. And there's a complex set of actions that go behind that, especially in today's world.
Chair of the Public Works Commission, Bobby Lindsay, setting the stage for a discussion on the many water issues facing the town, starting with its pipes.
There's 75 miles of pipeline in the town that service our water supply. 23% of them now are between 73 and over 80 years old.
That's right. The pipes transporting water to your tap were laid in the 1940s. So not only is the town investigating water options when the current contract with West Palm Beach expires in 2029, it also must face not just the source of the water, but the transmission of it to residents.
If we change our source of water, we have to change our distribution. If we do change our distribution, can that distribution be in the intercoastal?
So part of the overall water discussion centers on a concept of building a north-south water pipe parallel to the island under the water in the intercoastal. The thought is this would alleviate the tearing apart of the streets of Palm Beach again to replace those aging water pipes. As to options for the future water supply, several options are rising to the surface, including partnering with West Palm Beach to update its system to state-of-the-art filtration.
I believe that many of the residents in West Palm would be very aligned with the notion that it's time to move to membrane technology.
Whether council opts to buy water or build a plant to filter its own, the process will be expensive, which is why council wants to make sure residents understand the very complex process.
I just want the residents to know that we are not just willy-nilly going in and shelling out dollars, that we're going to take a careful look at where the sources of those monies come from, and do it carefully and do it in public and in a transparent way.
To that end, residents should look forward to the announcement of a public forum to be offered by the town on the water supply issue in the coming months, and to detailed research on options to be posted by Public Works on the town website in the very near future. That's it for us. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on Palm Beach TV, a production of the Palm Beach Civic Association.
Palm Beach TV is a production of the Palm Beach Civic Association. We thank our sponsor, the Fortin Foundation of Florida, and encourage you, our viewers, to let us know how we can provide news coverage that best serves our members and residents.